Okay, both cameras on. Both cameras seem to be working. I'm doing a camera comparison with my Canon HFS-200 on my left, and then the new Canon, well, my new Canon SL3, which is the Rebel SL3 or the 250D, whatever model you want to call it. It's an SLR, so I got a DSLR here, and I've got just a compact small form factor camera down here. I'm going to sync these up. All right, let me get started. So number one, I'm going to compare the color. I didn't adjust anything on the 250D. Didn't adjust a thing on there for color. I just went into video mode and wanted to see what it looked like with whatever the basic setting was that it came with, I guess. And I'm liking the colors actually. On the other hand, the Canon HFS-200, which I've had since 2011, so that's 11 years. It's a fantastic camera, and I can change the white balance, etc. When you leave it on auto white balance, which is pretty much what this is on the 250D, the HFS-200 on auto white balance is much like the custom white balance I just set for it. So they're about the same thing. I'm going to leave them. So that's, you know, the color situation of the two cameras. Right now they're both on autofocus. So sometimes on the HFS-200, less sophisticated autofocus. If you're still, sometimes shimmering things in the background become in focus and they start to go in and out of focus. And I'm not sure I don't think that's happening with the 250D, so we'll see. But they both got this square around my face, and through the research I've done, the 250D is much better at tracking autofocus and not getting the shimmering in the background, but we're gonna figure that out. I've got a wide angle lens on the HFS-200, and I've just zoomed out all the way on the 250D, which I think is 18 to 55 millimeter on the zoom. Okay, so that's the zoom. They're both on the wide angle right now. The other thing is the sound. I'm gonna compare the sound of both of them. With the 250D, it's got manual. I set them both to manual. And so we're going to see the levels average around -12 in stereo and compare the sound. So this is the sound of the Canon 250D. This is the sound of the Canon 250D. This is the sound of the Canon HFS-200. This is the sound of the Canon HFS-200. Okay, both are set to about the same level. They've both got manual audio control, or I can plug a microphone into them as well, which is really, really handy. So I'll try the audio level at a different point. So far, just with basic video shooting or vlogging or whatever, I could see the difference. Well, first of all, to be fair, I should have that window in the background so you could see that the brightness is fighting, of course, with the brightness of my face. So maybe I should angle this camera as well, but I'll try that there. See, I'm covering up the background. I'm leaving just that bright window the same in both of them so we can compare A and B, what they both look like when they adjust their own iris. I've got this on auto ISO as well. So that's my first comparison of the what I love, the small form factor video cameras. I've loved them for years. This Canon HFS-200 is a wonderful camera. I can do some color post-production if I want things to look prettier, but I shot a lot of great stuff with this camera, and I decided it's time to get into the DSLR world. I didn't want to go cheap with a cheap Rebel or anything. I wanted to go with something that had all the bells and whistles I wanted, pay a little more for that, of course. I think it was $909 on wherever I bought it, doesn't matter. It came as a package, and it's so I'm going to try it out over time. But so far, that's the comparison of these two cameras. For what it's worth. Cheers.